Most people think they need to make all these changes to see results and feel better. But you don't need a total life overhaul to improve your life. You just need to do the things that are actually going to make a difference. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 things that you are going to do every day for the next 30 days and watch as your life improves. I'll also be sharing how you can help yourself stick with these behaviors, so make sure to stick around for those tips. For those who don't know me, my name is Brianna, and around here we chat wellness, self-improvement, and taking action toward the life you actually want to create. And just for context, I have been a health coach and personal trainer since 2018, working for myself full-time since 2020. And through my years of personal experience studying this work and working one-on-one with clients, I have found these to be the most impactful changes you can make. And since you're here, I'm willing to bet you are wanting to improve your life in some way or feel better in your own skin. But we tend to make this process way more complicated than it really needs to be. So I want you to try implementing just 3 daily practices for 30 days and see the difference it makes. We're going to keep this simple and doable, and I want you to see this as something that you are committing to doing for yourself. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 practices that can greatly improve your mood, your focus, your concentration, your energy, and your overall health and well-being. But out of those 5, you are just going to pick 3. You can pick whatever feels most relevant to you right now. The first is daily movement. If this is one you choose, then for the next 30 days, you are going to do some kind of daily movement. This could be as simple as going on a daily 15-minute walk, or you can do something a little bit different every single day. I suggest aiming to do something for at least 10 to 15 minutes each day, but it really can be anything. It could be lifting, it could be going for walks, it could be dancing in your living room. You could follow along with a Pilates or yoga video on YouTube, or it could be just a daily mobility flow. Think about what you are most likely to do and what you might enjoy doing. Try to make your daily goal as simple and sustainable as possible. You can always do more on top of that. If you already have a workout routine, then on the days when you don't have a workout planned, throw in a walk or a mobility flow. You get to make this goal yours, but if you are someone who wants a plan to follow but doesn't really want to do the decision making, then I highly suggest aiming for a 15-minute walk every single day. Again, you can always do more, but you're going to aim to do at least this every day. Number 2 is limit your screen time. I think we can all sit here and agree that we'd get so much time in our lives back if we didn't spend so much time on social media or just our phones in general. Yet at the same time, I don't think we fully understand just how much time we are spending on our phones, how much time we're losing by constantly getting distracted throughout the day, or just how much it's actually affecting us mentally. So you can set time limits on apps, or you can create boundaries around having phone-free zones within your day, like not scrolling your phone before 9 a.m. and not scrolling after 8 p.m. Or you could have one specific time of day that you actually check your social media. If you want to get really crazy, you can turn off your notifications and have just 1 to 2 times within your day that you check anything on your phone, including your messages, your emails, and social media. You get to define what the rules are for the next 30 days, but once you set them, stick with them. Don't start going back and forth with yourself and changing the parameters, because that is just a slippery slope. My suggestion here is to aim for no scrolling on your phone before a certain time in your morning or after a certain time in your evening. Number 3 is eat more nutrients. This isn't about overhauling your diet or your eating habits. You're simply focusing on consuming more nutrient-dense foods to help your body function better. So whatever your diet looks like right now, you're simply aiming to add more nutrient-dense foods into your day. Maybe it's adding vegetables to lunch and dinner. Maybe it's swapping out your currently super sugary breakfast for one that's more nourishing. Maybe it's playing a game of how can I get at least 7 or whatever number unadulterated whole foods into my day. Or how can I get at least 3 different colored foods into each meal? You're simply thinking, how can I get more fiber, more color, more whole foods into my day? And my suggestion here is to aim to have a fruit or veggie with each meal. Number 4 is set a bedtime. We probably all know how important sleep is, how much of a foundation it is for our health and happiness and overall well-being, but we don't tend to actually prioritize it. So for the next 30 days, set a specific bedtime for yourself, especially if you are someone who gets on your phone and turns on the TV and then ends up staying up way too late. Then you wake up feeling kind of bleh and groggy, and then the dominoes just fall from there. This is probably a really good one for you. So pick a time that will get you more sleep than what you're getting now, even if it's just 30 minutes more. Do whatever you need to do to wind down beforehand, whether that's reading a book or listening to a meditation or watching TV. But once that time hits, it is lights out, no technology. You are aiming to fall asleep. My suggestion here is looking at roughly around what time you typically fall asleep and aiming to move that up by 30 minutes. Number 5 is having a mindfulness practice. Taking time to slow down, connect with ourselves, and just be more present has so many benefits. This could be a daily journaling practice or a daily meditation or a daily deep breathing practice, something along those lines. You don't have to spend much time on these, and it can be really helpful for your brain to give it a specific time parameter, because if you say, okay, I need to journal, then it's really easy for your brain to be like, well, that's not actually a very high priority. There are so many other things that we could be doing. And then next thing you know, you're never doing it. But if you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to journal for 10 minutes, then it's so much easier for your brain to get on board and be like, okay, it's just 10 minutes. Then you can set a timer and just get to it. My suggestion here is to aim to journal for 10 minutes every day, or to find a 10-minute meditation on YouTube that you like and just stick with following that each day. Now let's talk about what can help you stick with these practices. 1, once you pick your 3 practices, treat them like non-negotiables. Don't be in this wishy-washy place of thinking about whether or not you feel like doing it, or negotiating with yourself how you could change the parameters, or convincing yourself why you actually don't need to do it today. Your brain will probably give you reasons why you don't feel like it, why you don't have time for it, why it doesn't actually matter to do it. That is normal. Your brain is wired to resist change. But when those thoughts come up, you can ignore them and then either start taking some steps toward that action, or redirect your focus to why you actually want to do that thing. Number 2, I found that when we initially set a goal for ourselves, we do so because it's something that we actually want for ourselves. But somewhere along the way, that somehow morphs into us feeling like we're forcing ourselves to do something, or like it's something that we should do. So if you notice that happening, remember that you are doing this for you. Shift your gears back into why you want to do this, how you're doing it for you. And 3, you can create anchor moments where you attach these daily practices to things that you are already doing in your everyday. You might know this as habit stacking. So for example, you could journal after you drink your morning coffee. You could go on your daily walk after you eat lunch. If you already have a wind down routine, then instead of getting in bed and getting on your phone, you just go ahead and turn the lights out and aim to go to sleep. And this just gives these actions a natural cue, which makes them easier to remember and actually do. And number 4, you are aiming to do these every day, but let's be real, life happens. So if you don't do it for one day, that is okay. Don't make a big deal about it. Don't worry about it. Just aim to get back to it tomorrow. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can think about, okay, why didn't I do it? What circumstances or mindsets led to this outcome? What can I do to better support myself tomorrow? And number 5, you can try using a habit tracker to both serve as a reminder to do those actions, as well as to serve as a visual to show your brain, hey, I'm taking action. I am showing up to doing these things. And if that is something that you want to use, I will link in the description below both a printable copy that you can use or an online version that you can make your own. And number 6, if you find this motivating, you can lean into how showing up to these practices will help you strengthen your self-trust, your confidence, and help you improve your relationship with yourself. You don't need to be motivated every day. It's about showing up anyway. And that is what improves your self-trust with yourself, which has a ripple effect into every other area of your life. So here is your challenge. Pick 3 of these practices, commit to them for 30 days, And notice the changes in your mood and your energy and focus, because they will happen. Again, you don't need to ask too much of yourself here. Keep it simple. You don't need to go crazy. You just want to make improvements to what you're already doing. You can always do more if you want to, but these are the bare minimums that you are setting for yourself. Now, if you want to dive deeper into how to actually become someone who stays more consistent with things like this, then go ahead and check out this video here. And if you found today's video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment letting me know which practices you are going to try. Thank you so much for being here. Have a fabulous day, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.